Ladies and gentlemen, it's Hot Legs, straight from the Wine Exchange, with wine expert Kyle Meyer.
All right, this segment's focusing on Gallo. Really? Not kidding. Gallo, the Gallo, right? Hardy Burgundy, Grenache Rosé. What else? Ugh, Gallo. Now, and this is gonna hurt some people because it's Gallo. I could be talking about some artisan guy that plows the vineyards with his bare hands, right? Sticking his hand in the ground through the rocks. But yeah, you can make great wine that way. You can also make great wine when you're probably the largest single vineyard owner in California. Huh? Think about it. There's a lot of options, right? I mean, Lord. I mean, you got to be able to make something out of 40 billion acres. And you can. And it's good to see, because they did. And it's good. So we're going to talk a little bit about, good Gallo wine. As much as, yeah, I know. I'm not paid by Gallo. This is just straight up, okay? This is legit. Now, these wines were brought to our attention by, of course, that guy, Robert Parker, huh? Because he did his big California report, and he starts going on about these two jobbers right here. Like, oh my God, what value? Da 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 da. And we're like, Gallo? I was like, okay, let's taste the wine. Well, the Gallo guy brought the wines in, and I'll be damned. These are good. So, quick little story. The Ghost Pines. Good name, huh? You're always going to remember that. Ghost Pines. I love it. The Ghost Pines is actually a 178-acre vineyard in Napa. You never heard of Ghost Pines before? Well, that's because Louis Martini owned it. And Louis Martini never made a Ghost Pines Cabernet, but Louis Martini was big, huh? They owned a lot of dirt too. And they owned good dirt, so much good dirt that Gallo bought Louis Martini in 2002. So the Louis Martini wines are now kind of Gallo wines, but still made by the Martinis. So Ghost Pines was the name of this vineyard they had on the eastern side of Napa. Now, they're not saying this all comes from that Ghost Pines vineyard. It's just the name was cool, and you could put the scary trees in the front, huh? So that was cool, right? Because this is marketing. This is Gallo now, right? Okay, we're not, but this wine's good. It's really good. I think it's mostly Napa. Gosh darn it, label killing me. 72% Napa, and the balance is Sonoma. So 3/4 of this is Napa Cabernet. I mean, this could be Napa Cabernet just about, for all intents and purposes. I like what they did with the wine. This wine has a inviting air to it. It's very round, creamy, seductive. It just calls you right in. I think they're using American oak. I'm okay with that. If it's good American oak, it has that nice little vanilla effect in the wine. Cherries, vanilla, a soft palate, good tannins. But they're there. There's Napa tannins in this wine. You can forget about it for a couple years. I'm okay with Ghost Pines. Martini was, to me, no dirty phone calls, but, Martini was making okay wines until Gallo came in. And I think Gallo coming in has really pumped up the volume of the Martini wines, which are kind of Gallo wines now. But they're good. I'll take good. I don't care who buys who. I don't care how they make it. I'll take good. That, on the shelf, well south of $20, is good. Robert Parker, 90 points. Maybe. It's a good day for him, huh? He's feeling good. 90 points. It's all good. I drink it. Delicious wine. You go, Gallo. All right. Next Gallo wine, the FREI brothers. The FREI brothers were big landowners in Sonoma. And this is another acquisition that the Gallos made. They bought the FREI brothers property some years back. And once again, same type of deal. They call it FREI brothers. This isn't necessarily all FREI brothers juice, to the best of my knowledge. What this is 100% Alexander Valley. Alexander Valley is a pretty good growing area for Cabernet Sauvignon. Arguably the best in Sonoma County. This is serious dirt. They own, once again, a lot of serious dirt in the Alexander Valley. 06, good year. They have very competent winemaking at Gallo. They got good winemakers at Gallo. I mean, I've had more than one impressive Gallo wine, particularly on the higher end. Their single vineyard line, I've had a lot of impressive wines from them, over the last 10, 15 years. They've got chops, and they have all the winemaking technology at disposal. You name it, these cats have it. Being a winemaker at Gallo, maybe not such a bad gig. You get to use whatever you want. Sky's the limit. Ooh, ooh. I mean, fun, huh? Great vineyards, great technology, darn good wines. This smells like Alexander Valley. This is a terroir wine, people. This has that wonderful licorice quality I associate with the Cabernet Sauvignons from Alexander Valley. There's that wonderful spice component from Alexander Valley. A warmth, a generosity, a friendliness to the wines with an underlying structure. There's a underneath the wine. I can't spell that. Don't ask. Sweet mid palate. The oak is integrated. The wine's a little furry, but that's to be expected. Alexander Valley actually has a track record for making, Cabernets with some huevos to them. And this one's got huevos. It's good. Crazy. Love it. So this is, it goes to prove a point, right? You can't just sit there and say, oh, winery X is bad because of this, or winery B is bad because of this. In Vino veritas, right? You got to taste the wine. And sometimes you'll be more surprised by what you find than you may think. These are darn good. Both on the shelf, at least most people's shelves, under 20 bucks. Okay? So very reasonably priced, and it's the real deal. So what the hey? Kudos to Gallo. The next time when I buy my vineyard in Napa and I'm going to make my $400 bottle of Cabernet and I'm plowing the vineyards with my own hands and bleeding profusely, the Gallos, it's going to be like, that guy. We got it right here. All you want. Come and get it. Cheers.